As you all can plainly see, I don't have a dance actuator installed. Good God. My God. Okay, that's quite enough of that. Christ alive. Oh, sorry about that. I needed to do a silly intro because we're back to slop, baby. That's right. we're going back to reading some awful fics, just like we used to. But yeah, welcome. Frick, sorry. That made me laugh way harder than it should have. Holy crap. Hello, Houston. How you doing? Indeed, it is slop time. It is slop time. We left off on Sonic High School, so we're gonna finish that. Oh, good lord. I'm still reeling and laughing at my own joke. I'm sorry. Whew. Okay. Oh, I'm doing great, Houston. But I may have a problem. My circuitry is probably going to get broken from the amount of slop I read today. Just saying. My circuitry is probably going to break. Hang on. I would like my music to be, like, mostly audible. Yes. There we go. Okay, cool. Fixed it. Nailed it. Alright. But I feel like, yeah, it's been a while since we've read slop. And I think without further ado, I should just get right onto it, yeah? Just scooch myself over real quick, and let me bring up the slop. No, I didn't want to do that. But I did want to do that. There we go. Sorry, I had to screen share from my oculars. Or what y'all humans might call eyeballs. Not really. So yeah, if you don't know, we left off on Sonic High School. We were on chapter 14. And we were reading it off of Fanfiction Sins because I love the I love the extra commentary that's on here sometimes. All the students are 18 years old, apparently. And this story contains no graphic descriptions, and all the high school students are 18 years. I feel like I need to point that out every time I start this because, well, you'll see. It's going to be an ad break in like 3 minutes, so I better just get going before the ad hits, and then I'll stop and take a quick break before the, yeah. Alright, so chapter 14, The Play. Sonic and Amy got to high school and went to the play, which was at the school. When they got to the auditorium, they were not expecting to be surprised, but they were, because the auditorium was actually full of men and women idiots waiting to see the play. Cool young people, such as high school students, did not come to see the play unless they had to. Incidentally, I like how all the characters are in high school, yet they're 18 plus. I know that's a small nitpick out of all of the other nitpicks that I have for this story, but just go with me on this. Alright. The place was so full that Sonic and Amy had to sit in bad seats surrounded by strangers that could have been dirty or usually did crime. Sonic looked around the place and saw Rouge and Knuckles Jr., who was a baby, sitting really by the door out. That's a sentence. And Tails and Cream all the way on the other side, which is where they probably would have sat anyway because Tails hated Sonic to the sky. That's a lot of hate there, my guy. Sonic also saw Shadow standing around places, but he did not get in a seat because he was too bad for that. Plus one sin, Shadow is too edgy to get a seat. "We are at the play now," said Amy to Sonic, even though she was surrounded by people who were neither of them. Yeah, that's usually how it goes, author. "I wonder when it will begin." "It's going to start soon," said Sonic back to Amy. Wait, is this Sonic talking? Yeah, it's still Sonic talking. "What I am wondering is not that, but it is if Charmy is going to mess up big time because he has been acting weird all week. I bet you he will." Sonic laughed about this because it did not really matter to him, but it did to Charmy. Plus one, Sonic is being an asshole. I mean, Sonic's been an asshole. What do you mean, commentator? The play they were doing was The Christmas Story, even though it was not Christmas time. But they thought it was a good idea to do anyway. In the play, Silver played Joseph, who was Jesus' dad. Good lord, I forgot that they do this. Oh, before we get into the meat of that, there's an ad break coming in 3, 2, 1, Z. Alright, so while the ad is happening, how y'all doing? You recently brought yourself a dragon, and this thing made solidly hard top speed 90 kilometers per hour with 2 AC5s and 2 snub PPC. Heck yeah, that's awesome. I actually got myself a Kodiak, so when I play Mech Warrior later, I'm probably gonna show off the Kodiak. Yeah, the dragon's a cool mech, man. It's something, that's something to enjoy right there, my dude. But yeah, the Kodiak that I bought is really, really dang fun. I have been stomping around in that thing, and I've been trying to get in some practice so that I'm less. Well, sorry, excuse me, I can't talk right now. But yeah, I have been practicing with the Kodiak, and Kodiak is really fun. It lets me brawl. I had a person basically become my tutor once on stream to help me get better at my mech warriorness. Or just get better at my piloting, that's what I want to say. Jesus Christ, Bite. You need to learn how to speak English, boy. Anyway, yeah, so Mr. Kakia was the one who helped me out with that, and I kitted out the Kodiak strictly for brawling. It's been a good time. So when I eventually play Mech Warrior Online again, which is gonna happen, I haven't ditched that, but I also want to try out a bunch of other things and get back to my usual sketch before I got sick. Yeah, I'll be showing off the Kodiak. Alright, ad break's over. Let's keep going. Yeah, Sonic's already been an asshole. The play that we're going to do was The Christmas Story, even though it was not Christmas time, but they thought it was a good idea to do anyway. In the play, Silver played Joseph, who was Jesus' dad. Charmy played Mary, because even though he was not a girl, everyone thought he was anyway. Good lord. Baby version Jesus was going to be played by Knuckles, who was fitted for the role now that he was a baby. Because remember, in a previous chapter, due to science, he turned back into a baby. Christ. Plus 10, Silver isn't bullied for being in the play, but Charmy is relentlessly. Yeah, they keep calling him gay, too. Sonic and Amy sat patiently in the seats they were in, even though Sonic could have been out running around. Sonic waited by rubbing Amy's leg and seeing how close he could get his hand to her vagina before she rubbed him off. Sonic determined that Amy was prime and ready for sex because her vagina felt hard and loose as far as he could tell when he would get close to it with his hand before the play began. Sonic, why are you trying to finger bang your girlfriend in the middle of a play? Good lord. He almost forgot totally that he had a deadly ball disease. Okay, I forgot about that. His doctor told him. Okay, so for context, if you all haven't tuned into the other ones, Sonic has a ball disease that'll kill everybody if he has sex. Apparently. It's like a mimetic disease that's tied to his testicles, I guess. The play eventually started, and it was just as gay as you thought it would. Just as gay as you thought it would be. There was singing and songs, but otherwise it was just like the Christmas story always was. Mary got a letter from an angel saying she was going to have a baby, but she did not want to have a baby at home because the king would not let babies vote. You know, your baby voter base. That's what Yahweh cares about, right? Let's see. Maybe at home because the king would not let babies vote, so Mary and Joseph rode bikes all the way from London to Jerusalem. Oh no. When they got there, the hospital was full, so they went to a barn and had the baby in there, and it turned out to be the legendary hero, Jesus. They pulled an SSR. They pulled an SSR on the Wish there. Got the Jesus pull. Through the whole play, Silver did a really good job, and Charmy did an okay job. But everyone sure believed he was a woman because his voice was so high-end girls. Because his voice was so high-end girls. What? That's a sentence. Plus 10, what the fuck does Dark Doom Fire Master think Christianity is? Genshin Impact, apparently. Then they got to the ending where Mary was to have her baby out. Mary flipped onto her front, and Joseph pulled Jesus out of her butt, which looked totally fake. Sonic can tell, even with special effects. Affects. Dark Doom Fire Master, that's not the word that you use for that. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Even with special affects. Joseph held Jesus up to show God and then gave him to Mary, who was actually Charmy. Charmy looked at Jesus, Knuckles, really close, and then reached into his clothing with the hand that was not holding him and pulled out a knife. "Time to get murdered," said Charmy as he started to kill Knuckles. Just as he began to do this, Silver bodily flew into them and knocked Knuckles up and away from Charmy. "Oh my god, what is happening?" said Amy, who was startled hard. Yeah, that would be pretty startling. "Charmy is trying to kill Knuckles, obviously." Sonic, you're a dick. You start trying to finger bang your girlfriend in the middle of your friend's play, and then you're just like, well, duh. He just tried to kill somebody. I didn't expect that to be on my bingo card today. Said Sonic to Amy. It was true, and people started to be good lord. And people started to being yelling and screaming. Just then, a gunshot came from the back of the audience. Shadow pulled out his gun from his spot and aimed it at Charmy Bee from the back of the audience. Shadow fired his gun, and the bullet hit his head, but he must have been wearing a gun-proof helmet, because the bullet from the gun went off his head and up into the ceiling, where it hit a light, and the light fell down along with other things. Gun-proof helmet. I have several things to say about that. Something from the ceiling fell into the back of the stage, where the props were. And one of the props was a bomb they used for some things. You know, just casually having a bomb. It's Buddy. It's what's up? Hey. Yes, Jason, we're back to slop. You just missed the You just missed them trying to do the nativity in Sonic Land. Mitz, buddy. Buddy. Mitz is, I think even Mitz is like, bro, what are you reading? My cat's giving me a look like, bro, what is this? Anyway. So yeah, they just have a casual bomb in the prop area. The prop was a real bomb, though. And when the thing hit it, the bomb exploded. Plus 11. The prop bomb was real and no one noticed. Also, Charmy just so happened to have a bulletproof helmet on. The bomb exploded with a huge explosion, like a bunch of horses made of fire running through the place. Suddenly, people did not really care about the play anymore because the place was full of fire and could kill you. Why, yes, that is how bombs work. Rouge and Knuckles Jr. already got out quick right away because they were by the door. Sonic looked and saw Amy next to him and was almost unconscious because of all the fire and smoke and shocking things. Okay. Sonic picked her up and ran out of the auditorium with his fast speed. Sonic found Rouge and Knuckles Jr. outside in the hallway where it was safe. "Are you okay?" said Rouge. "Knuckles Jr. predicted this would happen, so we sat by the door so we could get out easy." Okay. Very prescient of your baby, I suppose. "Yes, we are okay," said Sonic. "Amy here is going into a shock attack, but it is nothing she will not get over." Sonic looked around and saw people running out, but there was a lot of other people still stuck in the auditorium, and some of them were fainted. People were leaving and not helping the other people get out. But the lunch lady who had ears but was deaf, good God, was running into the auditorium and carrying women and children back out. The lunch lady dived in Mongolia by herself as a child and became very strong from carrying trees back from the frozen forests to the villages that she traveled between. So now she could carry sacks of people. Yep, that tracks. Since she was deaf, all of the noises that the fire was making did not bother her because she could not hear. Plus 2, why the fuck do all the lunch ladies have unique and strange backstories? Also, Lunch Lady is the most badass character in this fic. Agreed. Holy shit. Sonic saw the lunch lady bring out cream, but Tails was not being brought up because he was not a woman or child. Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry, Tails. Sonic thought, damn, he is still my friend. Sonic swallowed his scary feelings and ran into the burning auditorium to Tails, who was passed out in the front. Sonic picked Tails up and ran and brought his body outside to the hallway and began doing CPR on his body. Sonic thought, this will look gay, but it did not matter because Tails was still his friend. Sonic pushed on his body and started kissing him to give him life again. Sonic kept kissing, and Amy and Rouge and Knuckles Jr. watched as he kissed Tails' face, but Tails was not waking up. Because, you know, that's how CPR works. That's how CPR works, right? You just keep making out with somebody. Plus 1, CPR isn't kissing. Sonic, said Shadow over on the side. Charmy escaped and is running through the school like a murderer now. Stop CPR kissing Tails. You have to help us catch him. Then Silver gave Knuckles to Rouge and said, he's safe now, but he needs to sleep. Rouge was so happy she could have kissed him, but did not. Sonic looked and said, Amy, finish doing CPR on Tails. I will let you and not get jealous. Hey, buddy. What's up? Want to come say hi? Say hello to everybody? All right, well, you can just hang out right there then. We're going to keep reading. All right. I will let you not get jealous. Sonic kissed her mouth and felt one of her boobs and ran off with Shadow and Silver to go catch the guy who was trying to kill the baby Knuckles that was now running around the school and could danger them all. Plus 1. Apparently there's always time for fondling even when a serial killer is trying to kill your friends. Favorite sentence from this part. Something from the ceiling fell to the back of the stage where the props were, and one of the props was a bomb that they used for some things. The prop was a real bomb, though, and when the thing hit it, the bomb exploded. Yeah, that's a pretty baller line. Chapter 15. Killer on the Luce. Author's note. I wrote this chapter on a train. Good, because I needed to know that. Shadow and Silver ran ahead into the school, but Sonic stopped to go to the bathroom, and he took an enormous, bad-smelling poop. Sonic knew he must be very emotional because this poop was so big. His poop was so big that when he tried to flush the toilet, the big poop log just folded in half and clogged the toilet easily, while looking like a really, like part of a really fat pretzel that you would get at the mall. Not like the little ones from the bags in the supermarket. Sonic just said, "Yeah, forget it," and ran out of the now very stinky bathroom after Charmy Bee. That's right. That's right, Mitt. Sonic just took a massive clanker. Plus 10, another graphic description of Sonic shit. Yeah. That's definitely a plus 10 sins. Sonic passed Shadow and Silver, who were in different hallways and going different ways, but he did not pass them at the same time because they were in different hallways. And because even though Sonic was very fast, he could not actually be in two different places at the same time. Sonic went one way and Shadow went the other way, and Silver went other way, and it kept happening. Okay, I'm gonna stop. One room that Sonic looked in was the art room. It made Sonic remember having art class with Charmy Bee. Charmy could not control his gay urges like everyone else, and used all the colors in every picture, where just like Sonic had just used blue and Amy just used pink. And other people were also normal like that. Sonic also thought about how this was, and that it was still surprising that Charmy could do something like this. Plus 6. Charmy Bee uses more than one color in a picture and is more creative, so therefore he is gay. Obviously. The logic tracks, right? And in one room that Silver ran into was the gym room, where Silver one time had gym class with Charmy Bee. You remembered how Charmy was positively the worst at sports and being an athlete, so it made him wonder why Charmy could do something that was actually doing something. Like killing. Okay. Sonic and Shadow and Silver ran around and around and around, and eventually they just got tired and could not find Charmy at all. Charmy was trying to be a murderer, but they were just tired of looking for him, so they sat down in chairs and didn't do anything else now. Back in the front of the school, Amy decided that she needed to go to the bathroom. Rouge went with her because she had to go too, and Cream stayed with Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. and Tails, who was still trying to become awake. Plus 1. Nobody has called the ambulance or the police. That's a good point. Most people had left the school by now, but there were still some waiting to get into the women's bathroom. But Amy and Rouge did not feel like waiting in line, so they just went into the men's bathroom. Where normally it was that people were... Hang on. I know it's coming. So they just went to the men's bathroom, where normally... It was that the people inside were men, Amy and Rouge were not men, so this was against the rules. As soon as Amy opened the door, a superpowered smell hit her in the face. It punched her right in the nose because it was Sonic's poop smell. Oh no. Oh my god, screamed Rouge. What is that smell? I have heard the smell a million times before, said Amy to Rouge, who could say this because she was Sonic's girlfriend, meaning that she's been around Sonic pooping. That smell is Sonic's poop. Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. That's funny as hell. Oh, they had to devote this much time to Sonic's poop, huh? Amy and Rouge went to... Amy and Rouge went into the bathroom anyway, because you could never get a break when it comes to going to the bathroom. No matter what, you always end up going, even if you try all to not. Wait. You always end up going, even if you try all to not to all night. That's a weird sentence. What the frick? They were holding their hands above their noses, and then Amy opened up a stall door. Hey, what's up, dude? What's up, Artificer, my guy? They just devoted a whole section to just Sonic's poop. Anyway, welcome in. Oh no. Okay. Hang on. Okay, I'm good now. No matter what, you always end up going, even if you try all to not to all night. They were holding their hands above their noses, and then Amy opened the stall door, and inside was a shocking thing to see. But she saw it anyway. It was Charmy Bee. +1. Charmy was hiding in a stall, waiting for Rouge and Amy. Ah, it's you! Screamed Amy in a scared and shocked way. You're a murderer! Not yet, said Charmy, but now I will start by killing you. Charmy jumped at her from inside the stall and into Amy, and they fell back. And Charmy was on top holding a knife that was about to cut Amy apart when Rouge came over and kicked Charmy, and he flew off her body and over onto the wall by rolling. Take this, said Rouge, and she flapped her bat wings at Charmy to push all of the horrible poop air at him. It all went to him. But then Charmy got up and ran right at Amy with his knife and cut her on the legs because he is short, and then jumped back. Ow, said Amy. I'm dying. Amy fell backwards and got dizzy. Is it because of the slash wound or the poop smell? No, stay with me, said Rouge. Use your special move while you can. Amy knew what Rouge was talking about, so Amy used her special attack. +1. Special move? Amy shouted, Girl blood! And opened her legs, and a stream of blood shot out at Charmy. Since Amy was so good at being nice and caring, which is using your heart, Amy was able to speed up her heart so fast that her blood pumped out of the wound on her legs like a super soaker filled up by vampires. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was me knocking my head on my hand. What the fuck? Girl blood. Jesus Christ. Super soaker filled up by vampires. Okay. The blood hit Charmy in the face and body and all over, and it was steaming and burning him. But it looked like he didn't care. Amy looked shocked and yelled, How can you be so invincible? +25. What the fuck? Amy used her period blood to attack Charmy. It is also apparently acidic. I motioned to make that a +50, Sin, because I don't think the author knows how women work. Then Rouge said, I bet he can't handle my special attack, Romance Bite. Oh god, don't mention me in this, author. Jerk. Don't you do this to me. Sorry, stupid joke. Rouge flew with her bat wings and went over to Charmy and bit him right in the neck, using her fangs, and tried to make him fall in love with her. But it did not work. It's not working, cried Amy. He must have superpowers. He's going to kill us for sure. Amy and Rouge tried to get away from Charmy, but he kept blocking them and coming at them with the knife. They were finally trapped in the corner, holding on to each other with their best in show boobs pressing against each other and looking like the sexiest Legos ever. Good lord. Then all of a sudden, Tails came into the bathroom and threw a piece of electronics at Charmy. Charmy looked up at Tails and said, But you are supposed to be... and then died right there. Tails went over to Amy and Rouge and definitely stopped for a second to check out their boobs without them knowing, but then stopped and said, You're safe now. That was not Charmy. He was a robot. +1. Tails is a perv. A robot? How did you know? Said Amy. +1. Rouge didn't break her fucking teeth when she bit Robo Charmy despite him being a robot. Now, I don't throw this around often, but I find this highly offensive to robots. Darn you, author. Tails, being the smartest, thought it was a question for idiots. Can your nose be any higher in the air, Tails? Just saying. But said, I knew as soon as Charmy was not being hurt by Sonic's poop stink. Oh no. I was watching from the door. Normally Charmy would have complained and passed out from smelling that. But he did not. So I knew. As soon as that happened, I ran and got a robot killer device from my electronics. Wow, thanks, said Amy and kissed Tails on the cheek for a reward. Really, Tails, you saved us, said Rouge and kissed Tails on the other cheek. This shows you could be cool by being smart. Parenthesis, except if you are a nerd ass. End parenthesis. Tails and Amy and Rouge walked out of the bathroom and back to where Cream and Knuckles Jr. was, and soon Sonic and Shadow and Silver came back, and they were all back together. Yeah, presumably that's how getting back into the same general location works. The lunch lady was there. Wait a minute. The lunch lady was the only other person still there, and she saw how tired they looked. So she made them all a bunch of chow meat sandwiches. Okay. And they all ate until their tummies were gonna burst. All the time they were eating, though, Sonic thought, but then, where's Charmy? And where's the guy who made the robot? And so many other things. High school drama is just so crazy to be part of. I think that... Okay. +10. Chow meat? What the fuck? Aren't chows sentient and capable of speech? They are, in fact. So this is, Actually, would this be cannibalism, or is this just circle of life since all Sonic characters are animals? I don't know. I'll let you all figure that one out. The logistics of that one. Chapter 16. Responsibilities. It was now a new day of school, and Sonic went to it. Presumably, yes, that's how school works. Sonic took a peek at the auditorium when the bomb had gone off last night and looked like they were fixing it. So that was good. Hey, looks like a grenade went off in there, but looks like they're patching it up. That's nice. Sonic went to his first class and his second class, and all of the classes after that until lunch, which was what he was at now. Sonic went to his lunch table and was about to say, "Hey guys," but then he looked at his normal lunch table and he thought, what has happened? Tails was not here because he has been mad at Sonic. Knuckles was not here because he was now a baby and with Rouge. Espio was not here because he was at the hospital after fighting with Knuckles before he became a baby. And Charmy was not there because he was still in a disappearing mystery. The only people that were there were Shadow and Vector. +1. Nobody talks about how Tails was incapacitated during the fire. Very true. Hey guys, said Sonic. What is going on with high school? It sure is crazy, laughed Vector while he ate his yellow sandwich. I'm not going to question that. Has anything new happened today? Said Sonic to them. Didn't you hear? Said Shadow. Espio is back out from the hospital. He would be here at lunch right now, but he's getting all of his work from his teachers. That reminds me, said Vector. Also, Knuckles is having trouble with grades. Now that he has become a baby, he has not turned in any of his homework or tests, and he's going to fail high school and get kicked out if he doesn't do them. +1, Knuckles is allowed to continue being in high school despite being regressed into an infant. Wow, that's tough, said Sonic, and then all of a sudden an announcement speaker came on. Attention teenagers, said the announcement speaker. Amy and Rouge have detention for going in the boys' room last night after the play. Please go there immediately. +1. How did the school know they were inside? The only ones in the bathroom were them and Robo-Charmy. Oh no, said Sonic so immediately. It looks like they're going to be in there for a long time, said Shadow. There is no way I can become true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy if she's trapped in detention by having sex. Wow. That's a janky sentence too, said Sonic. Sonic was so upset now. Then the announcement speaker came on again. Attention teenagers. Sonic, please come to the office. I think my dog needs to go outside. Hang on. I'm going to be right back. My beasts are being a little bit antsy. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Doggo needed to go outside. Poor thing. Speaking of poops. Not really. Oh. Nope, not that one. Alright. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Fantastic. Alright. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Wait. Okay, I know where I am now. Attention, teenagers. Sonic, please come to the office, said the speaker. +1. Intercom says attention teenagers instead of attention students. Uh-oh, looks like you're in trouble too, said Vector. Vector was always making people mad. He was definitely an asshole to be around. Sonic got embarrassed when Mrs. Lesson read about his balls problems. And he ran out of the lunchroom and through the halls with his head down, not looking or talking to anyone, and went to the office. Hello, said Sonic to the office. Hang on. Hello, said Sonic to the office. What do you want? Here, this is for you, said the school worker, who had long hair and a star tattoo with an outline on her face. Rouge left it for you before going to detention. Sonic looked over to the desk she was at and looking at... What? Sonic went over to the desk she was at and looking at and pointing to and found what she was talking about. My God, that was a jank sentence. Which was Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. with a note attached to them that said, "Please take care of us while Rouge and Espio are not around." Sonic was so surprised. He had never taken care of a baby before. Forget two. Especially when one of them was his friend after becoming a baby. Thanks for coming so quickly, said Knuckles Jr. I was getting hungry. Knuckles Jr. was red. Really, I could have never guessed. Oh my goodness. Knuckles Jr. was red. Truly a work of poetry. +2. Knuckles Jr. is 2 days old and can still talk. Dark Doomfire Master still feels the need to point out that he is red. Sonic picked up Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. and put them in his backpack and went to the rest of his classes and then went home. Sonic got home and opened his backpack and took Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. out and put them on his bed. +10. Sonic never feeds the two babies and just leaves them in his backpack for the remaining 4 hours of school. Welcome to my room, said Sonic. Don't check out the pornos on my desk if you don't want to see them, said Sonic. You both are only babies. Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. laughed and ate the food that Sonic brought up for them after they laughed. +1. Sonic doesn't bother to clean up his porn even when babysitting. Hey, Sonic, said Knuckles. You gotta help me out with my homework. It is very hard to write as a baby. So then Sonic helped Knuckles learn to write, and he finished doing his homework as a baby. Knuckles probably did a lot of things wrong, but Sonic did not care, because homework was boring. Then Sonic went to mow the lawn, which made his balls itch extra, and then he went back upstairs, but stopped on the stairs to put some soothing poultices on his balls. Fuck. Sorry, but that one was that's a funny line. He stopped on the stairs to put some soothing poultices on his balls. Potion seller, I require your best elixirs. You cannot handle my potions, traveler. Have y'all ever seen that one? That's all I could think of when I read that. +1, Sonic puts medicine on his balls on the stairs. So, what do you guys do for fun? Said Sonic to Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. Well, said Knuckles, can we tell you and promise you will not tell anyone? Don't worry, said Knuckles Jr. to Knuckles. I can tell he will not tell anyone. Okay then, said Knuckles to Sonic. When we are alone and not being held by Rouge, we like to practice kissing on each other. It is technically okay because I am Knuckles Jr.'s dad, and a dad is allowed to kiss his baby. What? Is it bad that I forgot that this part... Oh, frick. Cool, said Sonic. Show me. Ugh. So Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. got up very close to each other and kissed each other in a really good way. It was okay because they were father and son and also both brothers, and that is allowed everywhere and is not illegal, even if they are both babies now. The two of them kissing looked like two big, not sexual caterpillars pushing themselves together. It was not a sexual kiss, but it was a big gold medal kiss anyway. Sweet home Alabama. Oh, hell no. Plus 10. What the fuck? Bonus sin for the fact that this is between two babies. Wow. I can tell you are both going to be romance experts when you grow up, said Sonic. I would ask you for tips, but that would probably be against the law. You're worried about that now. They already made out, you weirdo. I'm sorry. I had to let that one out. Oh my goodness. Sonic asked them to kiss one more time and they did, but Sonic video... So you can't ask the babies how they kiss, but you're gonna videotape them. I think my central processing unit just hit a 404. Logic not found. So he can't ask, but he can videotape them. He can videotape them kissing. Okay, Sonic videotaped it this time, so he would know how to kiss Amy even better the next time they kissed. Which would be when she gets out of detention. Then they all had a root beer and talked about which girls are the hottest. Plus 1, Sonic gives babies root beer. Which girl do you think is the hottest? Said Sonic to Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. I know my answer. It is Amy. Amy was Sonic's girlfriend first, so this is very... Oh, wait, that was Sonic saying that. I know my answer. It is Amy. Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, so this was very good of him to say. It proves that he should be able to have sex with her. Okay. No way, said Knuckles, and then Sonic just wanted to slug that little whack bitch in the mouth. For saying ugly about his girlfriend. Oh, what? What's the deck a kid because he said that? What? I forgot about that. That line's funny too. For saying ugly about his girlfriend but didn't. The hottest girl is Rouge. None of them could not say that Rouge was not attractive because she had the absolute big... I'm just reeling over the fact that Sonic almost slugged a baby. I'm sorry, I try to get through these without laughing, but oh my god. Just imagining Sonic wanting to deck a baby is incredible. Oh my god. None of them could say that Rouge was not attractive because she had the absolute biggest boobs in the tri-state area. Plus 7, Sonic wants to fucking punch baby Knuckles. And this isn't in a fucking tri-state area. My opinion is different, said Knuckles Jr. I think the hottest girl is Charmy. They all laughed so hard because Charmy was so much like a girl except not hot. Everybody knew that laughing was good for them, even if Charmy was kidnapped or dead. And that made them feel healthy. Excuse me. Knuckles Jr. was definitely the coolest baby because everyone could get along with him and he could do jokes also. Oh shit. Then they all got out of their clothes and into bedtime clothes and went to sleep. Sonic was sleeping just fine and normally until there was a whisper at the edge of his face. Sonic? 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 Said the whisper. Sonic? 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 Wait, I have a better idea. I like to imagine now that Knuckles Jr. is like Sheldon. So, Sonic? Wait. Sonic? 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 Said the whisper. Sonic? 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 Sonic opened his eyes and saw the person whispering to him. And he knew who he saw was right there, which was Knuckles Jr. What is it, Knuckles Jr.? Said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. I was sleeping until you whispered my name to me. I had a vision, said Knuckles Jr. I know who the real Killer Man is, and I know where Charmy is. +2 plot twist, and Knuckles Jr. has the powers of prophecy. Crime and Nettlies. Chapter 17. Breaking In. Author's note. If you have any comments or compliments or questions or suggestions, please leave a review or comment. I really like getting them, and it makes me want to write more. I could possibly write a Wikipedia about everything in this series so far. Please don't. Sonic High School Chapter 17, Breaking In. Ass! This window will not open, not even a little, said Sonic as he tried pushing the window of the house where Charmy Bee was in Knuckles Jr.'s vision. Oh god, that was a janky sentence. I'm going to stop pointing out every time I find a janky sentence. Okay. Sonic even put his back up against the wall and tried using the top of his head and hands to push up on it. But it just would not move because it was such a big and heavy closed window. It looks like you're having a hard time, said Knuckles Jr. Weak pussy. Sonic getting insulted in this story is the funniest thing. Knuckles Jr. laughed because he was kidding, but Sonic did not think it was that funny and gave him a look like he would just took the pickles off of Sonic's hamburger that he pacifically asked for pickles on. In addition, Sonic really liked pickles. +2, pacifically. Also, Sonic likes pickles. Also, because I know who's going to watch this later. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry that Sonic likes pickles. Only one person will get that joke. Anyway. We need help, but I do not want to bring someone else into this problem, said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. Thinking, Sonic thought about who was strong. He thought of some of the people like Knuckles, but then remembered that he's now a baby, and hence, thus, not a strong guy. And Tails, who was not strong but probably had some strong robots, and Espio, who was probably about the same in strongness as Sonic, but Sonic did not want to ask him for help because that would be like saying, you're stronger than me, and Sonic did not want to say that to Espio. He also thought of Big the Cat, who was in some retard classes at school. Damn. That's a sentence. But he did not want to talk to him because it was always weird. There was only one person that Sonic could think of. Come with me, Knuckles Jr., said Sonic to Knuckles Jr. +11, ableism. Also, Sonic only brings Knuckles Jr. to confront the murderer. It was the middle of the night. Wait, I have to set the scene correctly. It was the middle of the night, and Sonic and Knuckles Jr. went up to the door of a different house. Ding dong, said the doorbell when Sonic pressed it. Press it again. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, said the doorbell again and again as Sonic pressed it. Sonic saw the lights flashing on and off inside the house every time he pressed it and laughed because it was so annoying and the person inside was inside the house was probably just trying to sleep. But Sonic needed help, so too bad. Finally, the door opened and there was the lunch lady from high school who was deaf. +1, the doorbell is capable of speech. What is it, children? What is it, children? Said the lunch lady. Since she was deaf, when she talked, it sounded weird and kind of like Pig the cat. Or you think she's, but she's actually is not. And it's just because she's deaf. So everything she says sounds totally wrong. So it sounded more like, what a did, children. In the normal language, Pig the cat was actually retarded, though. So it was different. Fuck. +1, Sonic is an asshole. I thought we established this. We need your help. It is very important, said Sonic, and made a face like a beggar idiot to get her to say yes. Okay, I will help you, said the lunch lady. Sonic and Knuckles Jr. were so excited that they high-fived right there because this is just what they needed to do, and this is what they needed to do what they wanted to do. Fair enough. Sonic and Knuckles Jr. Sonic and Knuckles Jr. and the lunch lady went back to the house where Charmy was and went to the window that Sonic could not open. Please open this window, said Sonic to the lunch lady. The lunch lady walked over to the window and with just her pinky finger, she opened the window like she was a walking elephant picking up a piece of string because it was so easy. +2, it would actually be very difficult for an elephant to pick up a piece of string. Also, lunch lady is strong as fuck. Wow, thank you, said Sonic and Knuckles at the same time in the middle of the night. No. That is not how you thank me, said the lunch lady. When the lunch lady lived in Bangladesh as a young woman, she learned about the ancient tradition of sex thanking and explained it all to Sonic. I don't think I'm prepared for this, but we're going to get through it. So, you want me to give you sex with my mouth, said Sonic to the lunch lady. Yes, because it is ancient tradition. It is not slutty, said the lunch lady, who was also really tall. +1, oh god, oh fuck. Oh, trust me, I'm feeling the same way. Amy will forgive me for this, thought Sonic underneath his hair in his brain. She would know that I'm doing this for a good reason. We have not even done sex yet, so she cannot be mad at me. And even if she is, I would let her give sex to the lunch lady too. And I would not get mad. But then we would be even. The mental gymnastics. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. The mental gymnastics of that last statement just broke me. I feel like I'm drunk when I read this. Holy crap. Okay. I would not get mad, but then we would be even. Sonic winked and gave her a thumbs up. And then the lunch lady pulled her dress down and sat down on a tree stump and opened her legs. +1. Where the fuck did the tree stump come from? I think that's the less of our problems right now. Sonic looked at the lunch lady's vagina. It looked like a sideways piece of lasagna in between two dogs walking down and away from it. Sonic Sonic thought her vagina was really attractive. Her middle-aged lady and put his head closer to it. Sonic had never done mouth sex before, but he had read about it online and maybe looked at some pictures or videos really quick, but then closed them before he could get in trouble with Mom. I think your mom's gonna have a few things to say if she finds out about this. Holy. Hi, Holy Eppo. What's up, bro? Holy shit. I forgot the lunch lady sex scene is gonna happen now. Oh boy. Sonic tried to think of the videos to know what to do, but it turned out Sonic was quite the sex man. It came naturally to him anyways. And I am gone! I don't blame you, bro. That was beautiful comedic timing. Holy crap. Brain rot ultra. And I am gone. I don't blame you, bro. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now this part's gonna get real spicy, so if you do not want to hear this, you may wish to seek something else to do with your time. Let me put it that way. Sonic was quite the sex man. It all came naturally to him anyways. Sonic opened his mouth and chewed on the lunch lady's vagina really hard like Pac-Man, running into the bottom of one of the ghosts nonstop. She was totally quiet while he did this, but she was beating on the ground and making huge holes like meteors, and even hit a tree nearby and broke it in half. Because she was so in love with Sonic's abilities. Sonic nibbled on the outer vagina and it tasted like a birthday cake. His penis even popped up during this like a meerkat looking out for its family on Meerkat Manor. He kept on going closer into her vagina, making sure to get every part of it on the way down, like a window washer in New York City washing windows. But instead it was her vagina. So it was sexy. I'm sorry, this is the least sexy way to write a lemon scene, dear God. Sonic also kissed and sucked on her vagina like he was trying to appreciate the secret sauce in the lunch lady's roast beef sandwich without opening the sandwich. Frick. Sonic even used his tongue and scooped eggs out of her vagina that were made during the female reproduction process. He kept going further and further into her vagina until he was able to fit his entire head in. Plus 10. If Sonic somehow eats the lunch lady's reproductive eggs and he fits his fucking head in her vagina. What's up, buddy? It was really dark inside her vagina because there weren't any lights. No shit. But it was clearly where the sexiest parts of her were. It was spacious like an empty factory from all the previous sex thinking people had done to her. Sonic was able to get them, sex spots, all using his mouth and nose and forehead and pleasing her and making her fall in love with him. He was rolling his head around in her vagina like he was doing a hula hoop on his neck. She was so impressed that Sonic thought she would email everyone in Bangladesh to tell them how good Sonic was at sex thinking later. Sonic decided it was time to finish doing this and shouted, "Yeah!" Buddy. Inside her vagina to make vibrations bounce off the walls of her vagina, hitting all of the sex spots at once. The lunch lady was so excited that she pulled the tree stump she was sitting on out of the ground. She could do this because she was very strong and experienced with carrying trees. Sonic took his head out of her and brushed the vagina crumbs off his face and combed his hair. "You're welcome," laughed Sonic smoothly to the lunch lady and looked at Knuckles Jr., who was watching with big eyes but did not say anything. The lunch lady put her clothes back on and shook his hand and said that the people of Bangladesh would be very impressed with him, and that if he ever wanted to visit there, just to tell her, and she could buy plane tickets for him and all his friends. Oh, dear God. The lunch lady was really nice, even if she had weird ideas that she got from being in Asia when she was little. She went back home to go to sleep. +1 vagina crumbs? Sonic and Knuckles Jr. then went inside the open window. "He is in there, I know it," said Knuckles. Oh, wait, that's not Sonic. "He is in there, and I know it," said Knuckles Jr., who was pointing at the closet in the room they were in, which was now inside the house, and it was a bedroom inside. Sonic and Knuckles tiptoed over to the closet and opened it up, and what he saw was surprising and shocking and scary. It was Charmy Bee's body, all dead and bloody and rotting and cut up into pieces. "Wow, he is completely dead," said Sonic, who was so shocked that he could not think about anything else. It was true. This time it really was Charmy. And he was dead. +1 F in the chat for Charmy. "Oh my God, I'm seeing so many shocking things for the first time today," said Knuckles Jr. Sonic went down and picked up a piece of his body and saw bite marks into it. Sorry. Sonic was about to say something, then all of a sudden this happened. "What are you doing, idiots?" shouted Vector. "How did you get in here?" "That window, bitch stick," said Sonic as he felt a sudden rage build up inside him, like the foam from cream soda going over the top of the glass when someone pours it like an idiot ass. "What is wrong with you? Why did you do this? Why are you the murderer?" +69 for the horrifying description of oral and possibly the best sex scene in the fic. "Yeah, let me show you how," said Vector as he ran at Sonic and Knuckles Jr. chomping his teeth in the style of an alligator. +14. Oh my God. I think that's all I could tolerate for today, boys. Oh, 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 okay, no, not really. No, I think that's as much as I could tolerate today. So yeah, I wanted to get back into this because I thought it was funny. Still is funny. I just forgot how friggin' graphic it gets. But yeah, I am going to stream later today too, because Mecha Break is a thing now, and I would very much like to try it out. So after I get all my business done for the day, I'm going to hop back on, and we're going to see what Mecha Break is all about. I'm not going to touch it until I actually get back from business. So yeah. Oh God, my voice temporarily turned into Sonic's. That's how you know that I now have Sonic virus. Blech. Anyway. Yeah, later on I'm going to try Mecha Break, so stay tuned for that. It's going to happen later on today. Anyway. Thank you all so much for joining. If you like what I do, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and on YouTube. I use the same name on both, Bike the Robot. And also, yeah, every Monday we're going right back to bad fan fiction and bad slop. Because I like to torture myself. So, yeah. Anyway, this has been Bite the Robot. I will see you all next time, and my cat is trying to knock things off my desk, so I need to go attend to that. Alright, peace out, everybody.